Now in this question number 66 to 70, now in this, now there are some 10 people, P, Q, R, S, and T, they are sitting and they are facing towards north. And they are facing towards north, 5 people, they are facing towards north and 5 people towards south. Now who are the persons who are facing towards south? A to E. And the persons who are facing towards north are P, Q, R, S, and T. And they get them? And 5 persons towards north and 5 persons towards south. Then only one person is in between A and B. B who faces P. Now B is here, B is facing P, and there is only one person between A and B. One person between A and B, A can be like this or A can be like this. And they get the two possibilities. And only one person B who faces P, P who sits second from one of the extrements, that's what it said. And P is at one of the extrements of the row. As P is at one of the extrements of the row, and next one, P is at one of the extrements of the row, and P can be either at the left extreme or at the right extreme. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And next in this case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now if P is here. Now which two persons are opposite? B and P are opposite to each other. Now B is here. B is here one person between A and B. Now B is here one person between A and B. And one person between A and B and P are opposite to each other. And two persons are in between P and Q. In between P and Q, there must be exactly two people. And here again, two in between P and Q. The one who faces Q sits second to the left of D. The one who is facing Q sits second to the left of D. In this case, the one who is facing Q, this person cannot be left of D because that person himself is at the left end. Hence, we have left with only one. And next one, T sits. And T sits second to the right of P. T is seated second to the right of P. T is at this place. And P who is an immediate neighbor of R. Now P is an immediate neighbor of R. R can be either here or R can be here. Two possibilities. And next one, T sits second to the right of P. P is an immediate neighbor of R. The one who faces S, the one who is facing S sits. The one who faces S sits second to the right of D. And sits second to the right of D means this person. And this person is opposite to S. Because this person is facing towards south, his right hand side is this. And his right hand side opposite is S. If S is here, R is here. And E does not face Q, and E cannot be at this place, E is here. If E is here, C is here. Then who sits second to the right of D? Second to the right of D, that is E, choice 5, question number 66. Then 67, and who faces Q? Now tell me the person who faces Q here, C. C, that is choice to 67. And how many persons sit between T and the one who faces E? Now who is facing E, S? Now between T and S there are exactly two people, choice 368. And 4 out of the following means odd one out. R, B, T, S, C. S, T, R, S, T, R, B. Except as the remaining persons are at the center of this line. S is at the corner, that is choice 469. And which of the following is true? R and S are immediate neighbors, that is false. E faces R is false. B sits exactly between D and A, that is again false. S sits to the left of R, that is definitely true, choice 4. And 71 to 75, they are based on sequence. Only 3 questions were given under this one. How many symbols are there? The question is about a symbol. And which is immediately preceded by a letter and immediately followed by a number. And the sequence must be letter, symbol and a number. Letter tata symbol undal, symbol tata number undal. Letter, symbol and a number. Letter, symbol but not number. Here letter, symbol and a number. Undaredam. R is a letter, at the rate of is a symbol, 5 is a number. And next one, letter, symbol and number. F percentage 9. F is a letter, percentage is symbol 9. Next one in P, letter, symbol and 9. And so many we have? There are 3 altogether. 3, that is choice 2, question number 71. And if all the numbers are dropped from the above arrangement, which of the following element is 7th to the left of 12th from the left? 7th left and 12th left. That means left and left means subtraction. 12 minus 5, 5th from the left. Now if all the numbers are dropped, then 5th from the left hand side without the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is your answer? R, that is choice 3, question number 72. Then 73. Now in this 73, which A and at the rate of? A and at the rate of plus 2, and at the rate of n h it is plus 2 and hn plus 2, h and plus 2, 1. 1 plus 2 is what? Hash. And the first element must be hash. And next one. Then let us check out the second element. What is the second here? $2. $2 alternate. And next one 2 and R alternate. R and 5 and O. Hence hash and O. Hash and O given in choice 3, question number 73. Then 74 onwards, there are some 8 people seated around a square table. 8 persons seated around a square table, 4 at the center, 4 at the corner. Now the persons who are at the corners are facing towards which direction? And middle of the one sit at the 4 corners facing outside the center. And the remaining persons are facing towards the center. Now the persons who are at the corners are facing outside, and these persons are facing towards the center. And next one, faces inside. P sits second to the right of L, and one person sits between P and O. J sits third to the right of K. K is not an immediate neighbor of P. And Q sits second to the right of N. N who is not facing the center unknown. N is not facing the center, N is away from the center. As N is away from the center means N must be at one of these 4 corners. Then N is here, Q sits second to the right of N, hence Q must be at this place. Q sits second to the right of N, N is not facing the center. And next one, M sits third to the right of L. M is third to the right of L. P sits second to the right of L. M is third to the right of L, and P sits second to the right of L. And one person between P and O. And J sits third to the right of K. K who is not an immediate neighbor of P. And Q sits second to the right of N. M sits third to the right of L. As M sits third to the right of L, then where can we have this M? M sits third to the right of L. I can start cheddam. M sits third to the right of L. Can we have M at this place? M sits L at this place. L ikkada pedadama. L unte M sits third to the right of L. M ikkada ravali. And if M is here, then any other information related to this one, P sits second to the right of L. Now if L is here, P sits second to the right of L is not possible. Then okkasari chudandi. P sits second to the right of L and L ekkada unte P sits second to the right. And at the same time, and only one person between O and P and O is. That means L, P and O must be in the alternate places. L, P and O must be in the alternate places. Alternate places L, P and O, ikkada unde chance ledhu. And manaki alternate lo 3 ఖాళీలు ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయి? Only at the centers. Then hence L is here, లేకపోతే possibilities చాలా ఎక్కువ వస్తాయి ఇక్కడ. And L, P and O. Now if you take L at this place, L ఇక్కడ తీసుకోవచ్చమ్మా? L at this place ఉండొచ్చా లేదా L? Now if you take L at this place, then and P, whatever this P here, L is facing towards the center, P sits second to the right of L, P is here. Now if P is here, and one person between O and P, O is at this place. And they get the 3 possibilities, L, P and O. Now in this one, L, P, O and O, next Japan. One between P and O, J sits third to the right of K. J is seated third to the right of K. And is it possible here? Now K ikkada undanukondi, J sits third to the right of K, not possible. K ikkada unte third to the right, not possible. K ikkada unna third to the right, not possible. Hence, L, P and O cannot be in this order because K, there is no place left for this K at all. Hence, where should this L? L is here. L is here, P is here, O is here. Then L, P and O, and next one K sits. J sits third to the right of K. And where can we have this K? K ikkada undocha? K ikkada unte third to the right, not possible. K ikkada unte third to the right. J sits third to the right of K, there is a possibility. Or ikkada K unna, J sits third to the right of K, it is possible. And next one, M sits third to the right of L. M sits third to the right of L, K cannot be here, M must be at this place. M sits third to the right of L. And next one, and P sits second to the right of whom? P sits second to the right of L. And one person sits between P and O. J sits third to the right of K. J is third to the right of K. K who is not an immediate neighbor of P and K is not an immediate neighbor of P. K cannot be here. As K cannot be here, J is here and K is at this place. Clear? మా మెయిన్ ఇది L, P and O must be in the alternate places. ఇది క్యాచ్ చేస్తే సరిపోతుంది. లేదనుకుంటే ప్రతిసారి పాసిబిలిటీ తీసుకోవాలి. And where should this M? M is fixed. And who sits third to the right of P? P కి third right ఎవరున్నా చెప్పండి, Q choice 2. How many persons in between N and M? Now in between N and M, they are opposite to each other exactly 3, choice 3. And find the odd one. P, J, K, L, O. P, L, K, O, except J. The remaining are at the center. J is at the corner. And who among the following persons sits third to the right of J? Third to the right of J, that is K, choice 4, 77. And which of the following is not true? P faces the center, true. O sits second to the left of K, that is true. And N and J are immediate neighbors to L, that is true. M sits second to the right of Q, that is also true. All are true, choice 5, question number 17. Then 79 onwards. Now 79 onwards, they are based on coded inequalities, the relation between R and Y. Now R and Y, R is here and Y is here. Tell me which element is common here? My A element common, F, R, Q, B, J. Q is common. Hence R greater than or equals to Q, and at the same time Y. Q and Y, Y greater than Q, Q lesser than Y. Hence two opposite symbols, no relation. Next one, the relation between J and F. F is here, J is here. Which element is common? B is common. F greater than or equals to B, and B lesser than or equals to J. Hence again two opposite symbols, so neither one not two, choice 5, question number 79. The next one, A and O. Now in this A and O, A is here, O is here. Which element is common here? Amma A ki O ki madhyalo cheppandi. L is common. As L is common, L lesser than or equals to A. And next one, O and L. O greater than L. O greater than L, L lesser than. Two opposite symbols, no relation. Next, the relation between I and C. I is here, C is here. Which element is common? X is common. X equals to I. Hence, in the place of X, you can directly take I. And C lesser than I greater than C, definitely true. Only two follows. Choice 1, question number 80. And 81. 81, either lesser than or equals to. And both the conclusions are in between T and M. T ekkundi, M ekkundi cheppandi, M ekkundi. And which element is common? N is common. That is T lesser than or equals to N. M greater than or equals to N means N lesser than or equals to M. That means T is either lesser or equal. Either lesser or equal. Either one or two, choice 3, question number 81. Then 82. S and B. Now S and B, S is here and B is here. Which element is common here? A is common. A greater than S. And between A and B, two opposite symbols. Hence no relation can be drawn between S and B. And C and P. C is here, P is here. And which element is common? L. C lesser than L. And P greater than L means L lesser than P. And C lesser than B, definitely true. Only two follows. Choice 1, question number 82. Then next one, 83. A certain number of persons are seated in a row. In a row facing towards north. And all the persons are facing towards north here. Then the information about some other persons is given. D sits fourth from one of the extrements. 1, 2, 3, 4. D is fourth from one of the extrements. This is one possibility. And what is the next possibility we have? And D is fourth from one of the extrements. D is here. To the right hand side of D, there must be exactly 3 people. D sits fourth from one of the extrements of the row. And there are only 3 persons between D and V. Hence, in the first case, V must be to the right hand side of D, because there must be exactly 3. And in the second case, between V and D, there must be exactly 3 people. And 3 people between D and V. S sits second to the left of V. S is seated second to the left of V another. And S is seated second to the left of V. Between S and V, there is exactly 1. And V, who sits third to the left of H. V is third to the left of H, H is here. And V is third to the left of H, and H is here. And V sits third to the left of H. And next one, a number of persons between D and V. Now between D and V is 1 lesser than the number of persons between H and L. 1 lesser than H and L. And H and L kanna D and V మధ్యలో ఎంతమంది ఉండాలి? ఒకరు తక్కువ ఉండాలి. Now D and V, how many people are there? 3 people. Hence in between H and L, how many people we need to have? 4 people. And D and V లో తక్కువ ఉండాలి ఒకరు. H and L కన్నా D and V లోనే 3 members ఉన్నారు. కనుక H and L ఎలా ఉండాలి? ఒకరు ఎక్కువ ఉండాలి. H and L 4 members, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hence, L must be to the right hand side. 4%. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ikkada L and S must be in the same place. Not possible. Avuna kada? Hence, L must be here. Hence, L is to the right hand side of this H. And again, coming back to this one. D and V, there are only 3 people. Hence, in between H and L, we need to have 4 people. And 4 people, 1, 2, 3, 4. S and L must be in the same place. Not possible. Right hand side is also not possible. This case is ruled out. Now we have left with only the one case. Only one case. X is an immediate neighbor of L. And 3 persons between X and J. X is an immediate neighbor of L. What are the different possibilities we have? X is an immediate neighbor of L. X can be either to the left hand side or to the right hand side. X can be here. X ikkada unnadu anukondi. And 3 persons between X and whom? X and J. X is an immediate neighbor and 3 persons between X and J. J sits to the right of X and J is to the right of X. J is to the right of X and 3 persons 1, 2, 3. J is at this place. J is to the right hand side of X. And next number of persons between H and L is 1 more than J and M. H and L is 1 more than whom? J and M. H and L is plus 1. H and L, how many persons are there? 4. Hence in between J and M we need to have 3. And J and M 3. Hence we cannot have M to the left hand side because 3 members under X and M same place to undal not possible. Hence 3 persons 1, 2, 3 and here M is here. Must help in the J and M. And next one. H and M, J and M. Number of persons sitting to the left of D same as to the right of R. D left hand side 3 members and right hand side to whom? Right hand side to D and we need to have 3 members. Number of persons to the left hand side is same as to the right of R. R ki right hand side entamandi unnaru cheppandi? 3 members unnaru. R ki right hand side we need to have 3 and not less than 24 persons are. No one sits to the right of M. No one is to the right of M means M must be at the corner. If M is at the corner or there are 3 persons to the right hand side, R must be at this place J and R. And not less than 24 are in the row. Now tell me how many are there? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 20 and how many persons are there? 20. Not more than, no one sits to the right and not less than 24 persons are sitting in a row. Now ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారు ఇక్కడ? How many persons are there? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 ఉన్నారు. మా కండిషన్స్ అన్ని సరిపోయినాయా? Now number of persons in between H and L is 4 and number of persons between J and M is how much? J and M. Hence, now it is 23. 23 వచ్చింది కాబట్టి ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి చెప్పండి? Now it should be more than అన్నాడు. More than అంటే మనకి ఎక్కడ ప్రాబ్లం వచ్చింది? L and X are adjacent to each other అన్నాడు. మనం ఇక్కడ లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్ తీసుకున్నాం, రైట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్ తీసుకున్నాం అనుకోండి, ఇద్దరు పెరిగిపోతారా లేదా? ఇప్పుడు 23 వచ్చింది, మనకు కావాల్సింది ఏంటి? మోర్ దెన్ 23 అన్నాడు, మోర్ దెన్ 24 అన్నాడు. కనుక ఇక్కడ మనకి ఎక్స్ ఇక్కడ వచ్చే ఛాన్స్ లేదు, ఇక్కడికి వస్తుంది. అంటే 2 places రైట్కి వచ్చింది. 2 places రైట్కి వస్తే వీళ్ళందరూ ఏమైపోయారు? 2 places షిఫ్ట్ అవుతారు. 23 + 2 25. డన్ విత్ దిస్. దెన్ మనం ఇంకొకసారి చూద్దాం. మా ఎక్స్ నుంచి మొదలు పెడదాం. హెన్స్ ఎక్స్ ఈజ్ టు ద రైట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్ ఆఫ్ ఎల్ రాదర్ దాన్ టు ద లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్. X is where? X is to the right hand side. Now L and X are adjacent to each other. X is an immediate neighbor of L and 3 persons between X and J. J is to the right of X. 3 persons between X and J. J is here. Mas saripindi kada? And J who sits to the right of X. Number of persons between H and L. H and L 4 is 1 more than J and M. J and M 3. J and M there are exactly 3 people. M is here. If M is here and M is at one of the extreme ends and there are 3 persons to the right hand side of R, R is here. JR. ఇప్పుడు కౌంట్ చేయండి ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారు? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25. Hence we have 25 people which is more than 24. Then ఆ పాసిబిలిటీని ఎలిమినేట్ చేయడానికి లాస్ట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇచ్చాడు. More than 24 అని. Then coming to this question number 83. Now in this 83, how many persons are sitting in a row? How many are there? 25, choice 2. And how many persons sit between L and J? Now in between L and J, how many are there? There are only 4 people. 4, that is choice 4. And which of the following pairs are immediate to each other? R and M? No. D and H? No. J and R? Yes. Choice 3, question number 85. And 4 out of the following. H and L. There are 4 in between H and L. D and V, there are only 3. R and M. R and M, there are only 2 people. Now D and H. Now the number of persons in between is not constant. Then we need to check out the position. Now L is to the right of H or not? Yes. And V is to the right of D? Yes. And M is to the right of R? Yes. And H is to the right of D? H is to the right of D. And next one, V is to the right of X. V is to the left of X. Hence, what is your answer? Choice 5 is the answer. Clear? Hence, except in choice 5. And in the remaining choices, the second person is to the right hand side of the first person. And who among the following persons sits third to the left of him? M ki third left of R. R, that is choice 1, question number 87. 87, it is choice 1. Then 88 onwards. Now in this 88, what is the number given here? The number is 594867213. And if all the even numbers are arranged in ascending order at the left end, even numbers are ascending order 2, 4, 6 and 8, and followed by odd numbers in the descending order. What are the odd numbers we have? 9, 7, 5, 3 and 1. Then how many numbers will remain at the same place? Tell me how many are there? 5, 9, 4, 8 remain at the same place, 7 remain at the same. Hence there are 2 digits remain at the same place, 8 and 7. Then 89 onwards. Now 8 books were there and contains different number of pages. And a Hindi book contains more pages than English but less than mathematics. Hindi is more than what? Hindi, altogether there are some 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 books were there. Now coming to condition number 1. Hindi contains more than English. Now this Hindi is more than English and but lesser than mathematics, lesser than maths. And GK books contain fewer pages than social. Now social is here and GK contains fewer, lesser than this one. GK book contains fewer pages than social but more than science. But more than science. More than science books. Hindi book contains fewer than only 2 books. Now it is lesser than only 2 books. And Hindi Hindi must be at the third place. Now this Hindi must be lesser than only 2 books. If Hindi is lesser than only 2 books, then mathematics is ahead of this one Hindi. Hence, what are the different possibilities we have? And mathematics can be at the first place or at the second place. Maths at the first or maths at the second. Now Hindi will be at this place. And Hindi, English book contains more pages than science. Now this English is having more than science but lesser than Sanskrit. Now this English is having more than science but less than what? Less than Sanskrit. Less than Sanskrit. More than English contains more pages than only 2 books. So, but less than GK. English book contains more pages than only 2 books. English book contains more than science but lesser than Sanskrit. And Telugu book contains more pages than science. Now this Telugu is what? Telugu is more than science. Telugu is more than science but lesser than GK. Now it is lesser than GK. And next one, English book contains more pages than only 2. English is more than only 2, hence English must be here. Now if English is here, now below this English, and we must have science. Andegada science. And next one, English kan inka kinda science is here. Science in these 2 places. Only 2. Sanskrit contains more than Telugu but not to social. And social which does not contain highest. Now social cannot be highest and social cannot be here. If social cannot be here, in this case, it is not at all possible. Because more number of books rather than. Hence, where should this social here? Social must be at the second place. Now, if social is here, then what is the next one which is more than this? Sanskrit. Now, Sanskrit is more, isn't it? Now, Sanskrit is the next one we have. And next to Sanskrit, in Japan, Sanskrit, that English on the science one. And here, Sanskrit contains more than Telugu, but to social, but not to social, lesser than social. And more than, which does not contain. Social does not contain this. And next one, GK books more than Telugu. GK is more than Telugu. And so where should this GK? GK must be here. More than Telugu, Telugu is here. And Telugu is more than science. Telugu is here and science is at the last place. Clear? Maths, social, Hindi, Sanskrit, GK, English, Telugu and science is the order. Then 89, how many books contain more pages than Sanskrit? More than Sanskrit, only 3, choice to 89. And 90, which of the following book contains second list? Second list, that is Telugu, choice 4. And which book has highest number of pages? Mathematics, choice 3. Then 92, 4 out of the following is odd one out, G, T and I. Now G, T and I, G and T, what is the difference here? G and T are opposite, G and I plus 2. W and D opposite, W plus 2y. H and S opposite, H plus 3 is K, 2 raval, and that is the odd one. L and O opposite, L and N plus 2. U and F, U plus 2F. Answer choice 3, question number 92. Then 93 onwards. Now in this question number 93 to 97, 8 persons are there. And who are those 8? A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H hold different positions, clerk, assistant manager and so on. Now whenever this is given, now we need to check out for what? The hierarchy. Whether the hierarchies were given or not. Assistant manager, deputy general manager, manager and so on. The positions given are in increasing order of seniority. Clerk is the junior most and CEO is the senior most. Clear? ఎప్పుడు మనకి ఈ పొజిషన్స్ ఇచ్చిన ఈ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అయితే ఇస్తాడో ఒక్కసారి చూసుకొని ఇచ్చాడో లేదో. దెన్ వీ నీడ్ టు ఫిక్స్ దట్ ఆర్డర్ నౌ. మా ఆర్డర్ చెప్పండి. ఇప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ ఏం వస్తుంది? సిఇఓ ఈజ్ ద హైయెస్ట్ క్యాడర్. నెక్స్ట్ టు సిఇఓ. మా సిఇఓకి ముందు ఎవరున్నారు? ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ డైరెక్టర్ ఈడీ. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ టు ఈడీ మా నెక్స్ట్ ఎవరున్నారు? ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్ డైరెక్టర్ అండ్ సిజిఎం, చీఫ్ జనరల్ మేనేజర్. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ టు సిజిఎం దట్ ఈస్ జిఎం. And next to GM, next thing ఎవరున్నారు? And deputy GM, DGM. And prior to this one, manager. Now manager, assistant manager. And clerk is the answer. అంతే కదా? And how many are there altogether? There are some 8 persons. And first you need to check out this order, whether this order is given or not. Order itself. Then coming to condition number 1. And only 3 persons are senior to H. Hence H must be what? H must be GM. Because there are only 3 persons who are senior to H. And F is senior to B. F is senior to B, but not to C, but junior to C. C who is not the CEO. C is not the CEO. No, C cannot be the CEO. And so where should this C? C ఎక్కడ ఉండొచ్చు? ED అవ్వచ్చు, CGM అవ్వచ్చు, ఎక్కడైనా అవ్వచ్చు. Isn't it? As of now we cannot decide. F is senior to B but not to C. C who is not a CEO and CGM. And C is not a CGM as well. C cannot be here as well. As C cannot be here and C can be ED or C can be DGM. And next one. G is senior to only B. Now the G is senior to only one person, that is B. G is senior to only one person B and he is junior to the remaining person. కనుక G and B ఇక్కడ అయిపోయారు. G and B ఎక్కడైతే ఇక్కడ C ఇక్కడ ఉండకూడదు, ఇక్కడ C ఉండకూడదు. C తర్వాత F and B ఉండాలి. ఇక్కడ కూడా C ఉండకూడదు. And what is the only possibility we have for this is C is. F and B మనకి ఇంకా CGM అవ్వచ్చు, DGM అవ్వచ్చు, MGM మేనేజర్ అవ్వచ్చు. And but not to C. C who is not CEO and CGM. G is senior to only B. A is junior to E అన్నాడు. And A is junior to E but not to F. A is junior to whom? Junior to E but senior to F. But senior to F. As senior to F and D is junior to F. D is junior to F. Now the remaining 4 persons E, A, F, D must be in this order. అంతే కదా? కనుక E, this is A, and this is F, and this is D. అమ్మ ఈ హైరార్కీ వచ్చిన ప్రతిసారి ఇంత ఈజీగా ఉంటుంది క్వశ్చన్, డెఫినెట్గా ఇస్తున్నాడు. ఒక్కడు మనం గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాల్సింది ఆర్డర్ ఎలా ఇచ్చాడో అది ఒక్కసారి చెక్ చేసుకోండి, వెదర్ ఇన్ ద అసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్ ఆర్ ఇన్ ద డిసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్ ఆఫ్ దేర్ hierarchy experience. Then 93, who among the following is the junior most? B, that is choice 2. And 94, how many persons are junior to F? And junior to F, there are 3 persons, that is given in choice 5. And 95, who among the following persons is executive director? And ED, that is C, choice 3. And how many designations lie between A and F? There is only one, choice 2. And how many persons are senior to A? There are only 2 people, that is choice 1, 97. Then 98 to 100. Now in this 98 to 100, there are 8 members in a family. How many members are there? There are 8 members in a family. And G is the grandfather of P. Now this G is the grandfather of P. That means G is a child is P. P, who is the son of W? P is the son of W, whether this P, W is the child of G or son-in-law or the daughter-in-law of this G. Because 2 possibilities ఉంటాయి. F who has no children, he is the brother of. F who has no children, now he is the brother of W. F and W are siblings to each other. And W who is the spouse of N. Now N and W are married to each other. W is the spouse of N. And next one, S is the daughter-in-law of X. S is the daughter-in-law of X. X is the grandmother of R. Now this X is the grandmother, X is the spouse of G. That is crucial information. X is the spouse of G, and at the same time F is unmarried and W is the daughter of X. Now this W is the daughter of whom? W is the daughter of X. If W is the daughter, N is a male. Saripenda? W is the daughter of X. S is the daughter-in-law of X. S is the daughter-in-law of X, means this S must be the wife of F. And next one, S is the daughter-in-law of X. X is the grandmother of R. R is at this place. Clear? Then, how is R related to? How is this R related to F? The gender of this R is not known. That means if R is a male, nephew. If R is a female, niece. Nephew or niece, either 2 or 4. Either 2 or 4, choice 5, 98. 99, if D is the grandchild of X. D is the grandchild of X, and this D must be the sibling of R and P. Then how is D related to F? Again the nephew or the niece. Cannot be determined, choice 599. And how is N related to X? X is daughter's husband. Daughter's husband, son-in-law, choice 1, question number 100. Clear? Unnai number series? Question చెప్పండి ఎంత? 46 onwards. Now coming to question number 46. Wrong number. Now we need to find out the wrong number according to this. Then wrong number. చెప్పండి ఎక్కడ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేద్దాం. Then 4 and 2.5. How can I express this one? 4 and 2.5 and 4 into half. 4 into half plus half. రాసుకోవచ్చా లేదా? Next one into 1 plus 1. 2.5 into 1 is 2.5 plus 1 is 3.5. And 3.5 into 2, 7 plus 2. 0.5 into 2 is 1. 1 into 2 is 2. 2 into 2 ఎంత అవ్వాలి? 4. 9 into 4 plus 4. ఎంత రావాలి చెప్పండి? 9 into 4 plus 4, 40. And next one, 40 into 8 plus 8. 40 into 8 plus 8. And 40 into 8, 320 plus 8, 328 సరిపోయింది. Hence, what is the wrong number? 39. What is the correct number? 40. Hence, choice 4, question number 46. Into 0.5 plus 0.5, into 1 plus 1, into 2 plus 2, into 4 plus 4, and into 8 plus 8. Clear? Into 8 plus 8. And this is about 46. Then 47 చెప్తారా? Now in this 47, చెప్పండి ఆన్సర్ ఏమన్నా? Now 7, 8, 16. Into 1 plus 1, into 2 plus 2, into 3 plus 3 వస్తుందా? ఇంకా 43 నుంచి మనకి నెంబర్స్ పెరగట్లేదు స్పీడ్గా. హెన్స్ ద డిఫరెన్స్. నౌ వీ నీడ్ టు గో ఫర్ డిఫరెన్స్. 1 వచ్చింది, నెక్స్ట్ 8 వచ్చింది, నెక్స్ట్ ఎంతమ్మా? 27. 1, 8, 27, నెక్స్ట్ ఎంత అవ్వాలి? 64. ఎందుకు 64? Because the numbers are prime number, sorry, cubes. 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, 4 cube and so on. Next ఎంత రావాలి 5 cube. 5 cube అంటే 125. 125 plus 107, 232 రావాలి. ఇక్కడేమో 230 ఉంది. Hence that is the wrong number. The correct number is 232 and the wrong number is 230. And it's 230, that is choice 5, question number this one. సరిపోయింది కదా, choice 5. Then 48 చెప్పండి. మా 48. Now in this 48, 24 and 12. అమ్మ ఏమవుతుంది చెప్పండి, 24 and 12, 24 and 12 and into half. Into half రాసుకోవచ్చా లేదా, into half. Next one 90 into 3 అయింది, into half అయింది, into 3 అయింది. మధ్యలో ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి, 1 2 3 4. కనుక ఇది ఎంత అవ్వాలి, into 1 into 1.5 into 2 into 2.5 into 3. సరిపోయిందా, ఎక్కడ మిస్ అయిందో చూసుకోండి. 12 into 1 12, 12 into 1.5 18, 18 into 2 36 and so on. Hence what is the wrong number, 14, and the correct number is 12. Choice 2, question number 48. Into 0.5 into 1 into 1.5 into 2 into 2.5 into 3. Then 49 చెప్పండి. Now in this 49 numbers are increasing at a very smaller rate. Hence it must be under difference. Difference అని చెప్పండి, ఇక్కడ 2. And 291 and 294, it is 3. Next one 94 and 99, 5. Next one 2 3 5. And they all 2 plus 3 5, 3 plus 5, 3 plus 5 8. 299 plus 8 ఎంత రావాలి, 307. 307 plus 13 plus 13 వస్తుందో రాలా. Then and plus 2, 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 and 8, 8 plus 4 12. 12 అంటే 307. 99 plus 8 307. And చెప్పండి, what is the wrong number here, 2. And next one this is 3. And next one here the number is so much, 5. 2 and 5. ఇక్కడ plus 1, ఇక్కడేమో plus 2. ఇది ఎంత రావాలి, plus 3 రావాలి. అంతే కదా, plus 3 వస్తే ప్రైమ్ నెంబర్స్, plus 3. plus 3 వచ్చింది అనుకోండి మనకి, అగైన్ ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఇక్కడికి సరిపోవట్లేదు. అండ్ 2 3 5 వస్తే నెక్స్ట్ ఏం రావాలి, ప్రైమ్ నెంబర్ 7. 7 అయితే 299 plus 7, 306. 306 plus 11, that is 317. Hence what is the wrong number, 305, and the correct number is 306. Now the difference between the numbers are prime numbers, 49. Then 50th. Now in this question number 50, what happened? 23 and 30, difference on the 7. Next difference 14. 7 14, next one is 21. What are these numbers? Multiples of 7. 7 14 21, next time they are about 28. Now 65 plus 28. What is the number we have? 93. 93 into 93 plus 35. సరిపోయింది కదా, 128. And it's 95 is the wrong number, 93 is the correct number. And so choice 2, question number 50.